October also brings perfect weather to the Old Pueblo, and it's a perfect night for weather in your backyard.
Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen is enjoying some EGs and good company in the Sabino Vista area. Aaron, a nice evening.
Oh, it's a gorgeous evening out here. In fact, the sun's starting to set, so it's cooling off pretty quickly. But we're in Joe and Dixie Perkles' backyard, and we're actually in what I would consider to be sort of a hidden little gem here in the corner of their yard. This is their culinary garden, and this is a labor of love for Joe. Joe, what you got here?
Oh, I've got a little bit of artichokes, pear, bok choy, lettuce, basil.
I love the smell of that basil.
A little bit of tomato.
And so this isn't just for looks. You're actually going to cook with all this stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, and one thing nice about the artichoke is that not only are they great to eat, as we all know, but they make a beautiful, gorgeous, big flower.
How hard is it to maintain a vegetable garden like this in the desert? This has got to be tough, right?
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier in the winter months,
yeah,
than in the summer months. Summer months could be really difficult because it's so intense and the sun's so hot, and so fall and winter is much easier.
And it always tastes better when you've actually grown it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And I understand you're a UA grad.
I am.
So you're looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Absolutely.
We're going to win?
Absolutely.
All right, let's give you a look at the forecast if you are headed out there. We're expecting our clear skies that we have tonight to continue into tomorrow. As a matter of fact, for our kickoff at 7:30, about 82 degrees, wind from the north, 5 miles per hour. And then when we're celebrating that Wildcat victory, just about 10:30, 11 o'clock or so, clear skies and 73. And Joe and Dixie are also going to be joining us out Sunday at the Keno Sports Complex for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk, and we will have that forecast coming up.
Thanks, Aaron. Looks like it will be perfect for the big game. The Cats taking on the USC Trojans.
9 Your Side's Justin Sheckle.
KGUN 9 on your side first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen.
Well, we are in Joe and Dixie Perkles' backyard, and we've taken a moment to stop and smell the jasmine in this corner of their backyard. We're going to talk with them again in just a moment, but first want to give you a look at our forecast because we're on the cusp of a really busy weekend here in the Old Pueblo. Saturday, 89, mostly sunny. Sunday, 88, and that northwesterly component will keep our skies mostly clear and our air on the dry side. Of course, we've got our big Wildcat game tomorrow for kickoff. Skies are clear and a temperature in the 80s to start, but then by the finish, when we're wrapping up, you might want to have one of those jackets or a light sweatshirt. You can leave the poncho at home, though. No chance for rain for us. If you're joining us on Sunday for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk, you might want to have a light jacket to start. Of course, registration begins at 7 a.m., so get there early. 64 degrees at that time, so you know if you'll need a sweatshirt or a jacket or not, but make it something that by the time you start getting that blood pumping, once you start walking, you can shed that, maybe tie it around your waist or something. We'll be at 67 at 8, which is actually the start of the walk. And then at 11, when things should have wrapped up, about 85 degrees, maybe you'll be heading out to grab some lunch at that time. In the short term, though, our sky staying clear tonight. That means our temps drop into the 60s. We'll be at 62 in Tucson. Tomorrow, temperatures warming to the upper 80s with a bright, sunshiny day for us in October. 89 degrees puts us just slightly above the average for the state. Our highs across the rest of southern Arizona tomorrow: Casa Grande, 91. We're talking Sells at 89. Show Low doesn't sound so bad, 71. Now, I do have to tell you there's a slim chance for rain in the White Mountains, just in case you are headed there. Sierra Vista at 82. Nogales, 83. The same for Wilcox. Green Valley, 87. And Douglas at 83 as well. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Temperatures leveling off in the upper 80s, not just this weekend, but all the way through our work week. And those overnight lows cooling off nicely, dipping down into the low 60s, maybe even the upper 50s as we head into Wednesday and Thursday nights next week. We, again, at River Road and Sabino Canyon. What a wonderful backyard you guys have put together here. And, of course, Joe being a professional landscaper, it sort of helps. But we were talking earlier about this corner of your backyard. This must be like the bird sanctuary with, you've got the bird bath. And tell me about the birds you saw here earlier.
Oh, I saw a bunch of birds out, and I grabbed my camera and I run out and they disappear. So, they're not real, I guess, are camera shy.
Yeah. Right. Well, and you've...
Cooper hawk come down.
A Cooper's hawk?
Cooper hawk.
Well, and you were telling me that you've done, like you've specifically planted certain plants to attract the butterflies and attract the hummingbirds.
Absolutely. Salvia, coral fountain, gosh, even crepe myrtle, you know, those all attract hummingbirds. So star jasmine does to a certain extent. So there's a lot of plants you can put in your landscapes that are even drought tolerant that'll attract butterflies and hummingbirds.
Okay, one last question, Dixie. What's your favorite part of the backyard?
The hot tub.
Well, and imagine this time of the year, right? You start getting into October, November. You said it's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he wants to put a TV up there, and I keep going, a TV, and he's like,
Watch the Wildcats while we're clubbing.
That's right. They'll be watching the Wildcats. I love it. Well, thank you, guys. We'll check in with you one more time from the Perkles backyard in just a bit. Weather in Your Backyard series. We had 10 very successful. Well, guys, this wraps up our Weather in Your Backyard series. We've had 10 very successful weathers in your backyard, met a lot of great people, and of course, we want to give a huge thank you to EGs. This entire series would not have been possible without their help. And again, thank you to Joe and Dixie Perkle for letting us hang out in their backyard. Beautiful backyard and beautiful evening for it. Our weather is going to be staying nice here throughout the course of the weekend. Temperatures during the day topping out in the upper 80s, just slightly above normal for us, but those nights are dipping down into the 60s. So from Joe and Dixie Perkle's backyard, we're going to toss it back to you guys in the studio.
Aaron, thank you, and thank you. We'll see you at 10.